to identify any new items. What we do when we're doing the screening is we're basically just reviewing any past medical issues that you have. And at that point, that's when we need to take a look at any items that you have there for you or your spouse, your kids. So make sure that if they haven't done that already, make sure you get that annotated at that time. Your current medical history. This form right here, the DD 2807, we are going to provide that for you when you come in. We're going to give you a big packet. We just need to make sure that you guys fill that out, again, as honestly and as completely as possible. And last but not least, you will need to have your immunizations. And I know she's going to touch a little bit about in regards to like your immunization, especially when it comes to your children, because that's going to be another thing. They need to be immunized. So if you're thinking that your kids are not going to be immunized, let you know right now, you need to make sure that that gets done or you're not going to scream, okay? For females, 18 years or older, they need to make sure that they have a female wellness exam and a mammogram if they're 40 and over. So again, sometimes it may be a little bit of a hassle to get them scheduled with their PCM to get that done. So make sure that you get them their annual pap smears done. This is going to be more for your children, especially for those that are special needs. If your infants or your toddlers are going to need that, the EFMP can provide that for you if they're going to qualify for special needs. And for your school-age children, if they require that, the schools will more than normally give you those forms that you're going to need to bring into us, and that's just again so we can annotate it when we're doing your screening. So the most important point is just, we're not doing anything new. We're not gonna, see you fully. All we're doing is just reviewing all the administrative paperwork, all of your medical, just to make sure there's no new issues or anything that may potentially worsen while you're overseas. And our goal is just to get people to the right place on the right time, all of the time. And that's my point of contact. If any of you after this time have any questions, please take my email down and just let me know. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions. I also do know your IDC, so if you have any questions just related to her, she'll send me an email and I'll be more than happy to answer it for you, okay? And now your PSC is gonna touch on some bases.
Good afternoon, Chief Jibber, on board USS Donald Co. I just wanted to talk to you guys about the whole overseas screening process. In addition to what Chief Delgado said, Martinez Delgado said, there is a form that we need to fill out. The most important thing that everybody needs to know is that you need to fill out that form as accurately as you can. It's really important. It's an admin form. It's a 4-page form that you have to fill out. So in addition to medical, there will be some items that you're going to be answering to. Those are related to your financial situations, your dependency situation. On dependency situation, for instance, things that we need to know is if you have any custody issue for your dependent. So those are things that the command need to know. If you are a single parent, you need to have a valid family care plan in place. So we need to know that as well. Any legal issue that you have, the command need to know that. Any legal issue that you have, NJP, civilian war, we need to know that as well. Okay. Substance abuse, those are items also that will be looked at. And if your spouse is a foreign national, that's something that's really important that we need to know, because there are some specific steps that we need to take, to make sure that you are screened and that you can go to Spain with the ship. So this form, I'm going to actually go ahead and send it to everybody in the command, and I'm pretty sure that USS Ross also will do it for all their sailors. I'm going to send it to everybody, how you sign it, fill it out, and take it to medical with you. And once everything is filled out, it has to be routed to the chain of command. So the CEO has to see that and decide whether you are, administratively screened to go to Rota. And if you have any question after the fact, you can always come and ask me.
afternoon, everyone. I'm Lieutenant Dava, and this is Lieutenant Andrew Weeks. We're from Naval Hospital, Rota. I want to tell you a little bit about our beautiful hospital. As you can see, that's our courtyard right there. We basically have 365 days of flowers blooming in it, so it's just gorgeous. We're going to talk a little bit about the services we can provide, tell you a little bit differences on prime and standard for TRICARE, and then we're going to recap on Chief Martinez Delgado's overseas suitably screening, because it's very, very important that you understand the process.
All right. So again, this is our agenda. So quickly, I just completed, Lieutenant Weiss, I was on the Nimitz. I did 2 change of home ports while I was on board, so I kind of have some perspective about what you're about to go through. I just got to Rota 3 months ago, brought my wife and 3 kids. We live in Chipiona. We absolutely love it. One of the things today in our brief and in every other brief you've received is what you can expect when you get to Rota. Expectation management. Some things you're like, yes, we drive on the right side of the road, don't have to worry about that. Other things that you may see, like in our brief related to healthcare or EFM, may not be the exact information that you wanted, but we're sharing it with you now so that you can plan. It's important to know going in, especially when it relates to you, your dependents, your family members, what you can expect and what you're going to receive while you're in Spain. So CO, XO, CMC, our CO, Captain Warrington, our CMC, Master Chief Malapas, just checked on board. They're going to be here for the 2 years throughout your transition over to Spain. Captain Meyer will be here into next summer. Our hospital itself, we have 23 inpatient beds. This is a listing of all the services and specialties that we have available. For active duty attached to the ship, your primary care is still going to be coordinated by your IDCs and your medical department on board. So your IDCs, your HMs are still going to take care of you there. Specialty care will be directed towards us or potentially out into the Spanish network. Dependents, family members, you're going to come to us for health care. We operate a medical home port. It consists of family practice, internal medicine, and pediatrics. We do have an emergency room available to you. It's open 24/7, 365, fully staffed by an ER physician, nurses, some HMs there to assist as well. You'll see that we have behavioral health listed on here. A point that is important for the chain of command to be aware, we have outpatient behavioral health services. We do not have inpatient behavioral health services. So if we do ever need to medevac anyone for inpatient behavioral health, that initial cost to get them to that facility is incumbent upon the parent command to fund. So I just want to pass that because that's a little bit different than what you're having to deal with here in Norfolk. Looking at some of the other things that I'll point out, dental services. Your dental services for both active duty and family members coordinated at the hospital. So we have everything from general dentistry to orthodontics, pediatrics. We also have an oral surgeon on board. A typical month at Naval Hospital Rota, this is kind of what our op tempo would be for active duty. 6 babies a month, 26 surgical procedures, about 4,400 outpatient appointments, 970 dental, 4,600 prescriptions. We are a small community hospital. We are not Naval Center Portsmouth. We are not Bethesda or San Diego. Conversely, we are not a branch health clinic like Sewell's Point. We are in between. We are a community hospital that can provide you with emergency care, some general inpatient care, some specialized care, but we do rely on a network of specialists to help support us meet our mission. So I spoke briefly about medical home port for the beneficiaries, for the dependents. Medical home port is a concept where you basically are assigned a primary care manager and a primary care team. This ensures continuity of care for you throughout your time in Spain. Most folks who are assigned to medical home port are going to be assigned a specific team, either blue or gold. That team's going to have 3 to 4 credentialed providers, some nurses, some corpsmen, and they're going to be there to oversee your care. What we want to do is we want to improve your health, ensure your health. We want to provide you continuity so that we can kind of see how you develop, manage any issues that you have, and really just take care of you and the family. One of the benefits of having this medical home port